There they go. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Mike here, aka Living with 3M Auto Vlogging. And today I've got a great one for you. Not just a good one, I've got a great one for you. If you guys own a Mustang, then I think it's 2015 through 2020. If you've got that year model, what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna add a Linkswell touchscreen. It's the Tesla style. So we're taking away that 8-inch Ford screen and I'm gonna make it a 12-inch screen. So stick around, let's get this thing unboxed. Well, I'm gonna get the Mustang uncovered, pull it around, then we're gonna get the unit unboxed and start on the install. Stick around. So guys, if you'll remember my last video or a couple videos ago, I added CarPlay to the 2015 Mustang. And while that's well and good, it's great. It worked perfectly, worked as it should. But I quickly got tired of the 8-inch screen. And for you guys that's got the 4-inch screen, bless your heart, it is just terrible. I mean, the 4-inch screen, can't deal with it. 8-inch screen, can't deal with it. Let's get the 12-inch screen installed, then we'll talk. We're gonna start inside the house because it's 96 degrees outside. So whatever we can get done in here, we will do it first. So there you go, 2015 to 2020 Mustang. There's your model number, screen size, the flash and RAM, the color. Oh yeah, very nice. So Linkswell, the T style, it stands for Tesla style touchscreen. This is the light and it's pretty neat. It comes with a 2-year warranty. I love it. So the company that supplied this Linkswell unit to me is called Unimi Auto. And I've got links in the description below. You guys click on it. Order yours up today. They cannot be beat. I mean, look at all this. This is absolutely awesome. There's all of our wiring harnesses. Now we'll get down in here to the screen carefully. Yeah, that's awesome. Want to be real careful when handling that screen. You don't want to push on it really hard, anything like that. So the box is out of the way. And normally when installing something like this, I would probably leave this on to avoid scratching the screen. But this is an unboxing and I want you guys to see it firsthand. Okay, so I've taken that blue protective coating off. It still has another coating over this that we'll remove after installation. So I'm showing you right there. These things come in real handy because if we're gonna be having this face down, you definitely don't wanna sit it on, you know, a hard surface, scratch the face of it or anything like that. But now we can look through our packages of wiring harnesses right here, see what we've got. So far I've unboxed this and we have quite a bit of wiring, and I know it can be intimidating to see all of this, but it's really not because it's plug and play, meaning there's no splicing of wires, changing green boards, nothing like that you've seen in my previous videos. A lot of this stuff is self-explanatory. Like, I know you're probably asking, what if I get this backwards? You can't get it backwards. It only goes on one way, just like that. And the screws will go right here. Got those screws put in there, and that's actually what this tells you. It's a diagram of how to put that bracket on right here. So the next thing I'm going to do before I hook up any of these wires to this unit right here, let's go out to the Mustang and I'll show you how to remove the dash pieces, gain access to the faceplate, and remove the radio. And we'll bring it back in here and sit it side by side because we got to switch out a few things anyhow. So we'll get that done before we take the unit out to the car for installation. We're going to pop these dash panel pieces off, and you can do it with your hands carefully. Also, a door pin puller tool helps greatly. So we're going to reach right back in here, unplug the top connector if you have the gauges up top like I do. Next, we're going to remove these two 7mm bolts on top of the touchscreen right here. There's a little plastic panel right below the touchscreen, and mine says shaker, which is the stereo system. We're going to take a door pin puller and remove that. Now you got two more 7mm bolts right there. We're going to remove those as well. Carefully, you want to pull out on the top and go down to the bottom and pull as well, but you're going to lift up. All right, there we go. So this is what I was talking about. You'll have to, it's got little clips here. We'll have to separate it, pop it out, and insert it on this one. There's a little black plastic piece that just locks in right there. So you can take a screwdriver or two and push in there and there. You push in from the inside, and then with your finger on the back, just push out, and it just pops, it pops loose. Once that's out, that just pops out. So that releases the tension. Just work it around and take both hands. See, goes down just like that. Just needed both hands. So that way it opens up correctly. All right, got that in. Now we'll just open that up and push this down. Just work that around. Clips into place. It's that simple. Now I'm just going to take that small flathead screwdriver, put right here, and with my finger lift up. Those come off just that easy. Okay, we just need to, like I said before, flip this back over on the soft styrofoam, and these are going right there. Now we can start plugging everything in right here. Everything is labeled that needs to be labeled. So you just, like Wi-Fi right here. Okay, Wi-Fi. So I'm gonna connect this there. All right, GPS antenna. It's another coaxial cable. GPS right here. So, and all of these, if you'll notice, they have their own size, so you can't screw this up. Okay, there's, let's see, what is that? That's the antenna right there. It's upside down, ant. Another plug here, plug here, plug here. So, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and plug in what I need to plug in. You may need to plug in all of these according to your Mustang and your features, but you may only need to plug in some of them, leave some out. Or you can plug them in here and just leave them dangling behind the radio. You won't use them. It's like for me, of course we're going to use the microphone, but I'm not going to use the amp pre-outs or the amp turn-on. Yep, that's the amp power and the amp pre-outs. I'm not going to use any of this, but I'm still going to connect it because I've got to have the mic, which is in there. And that's when you say, hey, Alexa, hey, you know, the other lady, and if I say her, she'll come alive and make things bad right now. So,
sorry, Michael, I don't mean to interrupt your video recording, but you just called my name. How can I help you?
I told you. Oh, never fails. While I'm putting these coaxials on there, I was just thinking, you can get a small wrench and tighten that down, but I just do it finger tight, just pretty snug with your fingers. That's what we're left with so far. Yep, so you can see, got everything plugged in. So we're gonna take this to the car. I've got to remove the 8 7mm bolts holding the factory screen, which is behind that out in the car, and the CD player. So we just remove that, unplug them, and start plugging stuff in. So come back out. Want to take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 count of the 7mm bolts out and remove these units, unplug them. All right, got them out right there. This bottom one was tough because there's not much extension, so the CD player would not pull out. So you really have to take the top one out first, reach in behind here and push those tabs. This one in particular was really tough. So I just took a screwdriver, pushed down on it and pulled the whole unit this way, and eventually it let loose. So yeah, all right. So we've got the top two right here. Well, put those under here, and we've got the bottom two here. These are also, let's see, yep, for all this stuff we've got to connect this back to the faceplate, but back in here, this yellow one will not be used. I do want to mention what I'm going to do is pop this loose right here with the door pin puller, my little plastic puller. It's got some tabs. We're going to pop it loose, take the speaker out, which is just 2 screws, and we're going to run our Wi-Fi and GPS antennas up and just set them up here, because you don't want to take a chance of them being down here under any metal. They can be under plastic and still give good signal, but they cannot be under metal. All right, I popped that loose. We'll just set it over there carefully. Now take 2 7mm bolts out of the speaker. And the reason I'm removing the speaker is, see where the wire is run right there? There's a slit. All right, we're coming up through there with our GPS and our Wi-Fi. And I'm gonna show you where to mount it right here. Show you this real quick. There is the Wi-Fi. Up under here, I lifted this up and put the GPS, and here's the microphone. I've got it just laying here, but that piece will close down on it and everything works. I've already tested it. Now, before some of you start questioning my sanity and say, why are you just leaving that laying there? Well, where I've got it is right beside this, right there, right beside this mount. So I took and I drilled 3 small holes where the sound can get to the microphone. See that? Put it down here just like that. Can't see it at all through here unless you're right on top of it. But I carefully drilled 3 small holes, and that will let the volume come through. I'll go ahead and show you how I'm gonna do this. Let's see. Sorry for the glare, everybody. There we go. Pop it just like that. Perfect. There we go. Yes. All right, guys, got it installed. Yes. It's not that hard. You can see right there, it's all plug and play. I went ahead and put this back down. That's got, I mounted my coaxial Wi-Fi, GPS, and my microphone, all 3 under here. Just put them up under there. That'll hold them down. And it still works when you say, hey, Alexa, or the other lady's name.
Oh, so now I'm the other lady.
Yeah, these voice assistants are getting a little too personal. I do want to mention really quick, guys, before you button everything up, make sure everything works. Go through the settings, make sure backup camera works, make sure your USBs, call Siri, try your phone, make sure everything works. And that includes steering wheel controls, traction control, everything's supposed to work. I hate for you to get it all buttoned back up and find out you either connected a wire wrong, which is highly unlikely, or you left something unplugged. That's probably more so what would happen, like an RCA or antenna, who knows. So just double check yourself real good. Oh yeah, man, huge improvement, huge improvement. So I can go ahead now that everything's installed and remove this. You can actually leave this on just as added protection, because some people buy these screen protectors, but for me, I'm gonna leave it off. They even include cleaning towel. Yeah, make sure it's clean. Now this thing has tons and tons of settings that I'm not gonna go through everything, but you want it to play the radio, you know, I can turn it up, but we're gonna keep it down for copyright purposes. But I mean, you've got your EQ, loudness, I mean, full stereo adjustment, whatever you want to do. All your buttons work just like they should. Like, let's just say I push steering wheel control, you'll see it right there. Yeah, traction control, push it, it lights up. And you can go through the modes, driving modes, stuff like that. Everything works. Start, stop, switch, mute, volume, tune, climate control, everything down here is perfect. I mean, you've got your CarPlay. I do want to tell you guys one very important thing, and depending on your model Mustang and your trim level, you may not have heated seats or cooled seats. This thing comes from the factory with a setting that sets it to Mustang low, And if you've got heated and cooled seats, obviously you want it on Mustang High. And I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to hit apps, and we're going to scroll down to system. Up at the top, hit system and vehicle type protocol selection. All right, so this right here, you're wanting to stay with these two right here. You've got to make adjustments. Car model AC. See right there, I've already made my change. It was on Mustang low, and it did not show the heated seats, cooled seats, certain things like that. So want to go back. I've already made the change. Here's the steering wheel and seat heating. These were not enabled, so I've already enabled them. So I don't have a steering wheel heater that I'm aware of, so I'm just going to leave that off. But I'm going to leave seat heating and seat blowing for AC enabled. All right. So, and once those are enabled, you will save and reboot the system. So that's a major thing, because if not, you're going to come back here and you're going to click on your AC, and it's not going to show, see the heated seats, cooled seats, it's not going to show this display. And you're going to wonder, oh my goodness, did I buy a cheap unit that does not incorporate the seat heat and cooled? And no, this unit has everything you need. It's just a little bit to navigate through the initial setup and make sure that everything is set to the way you want it. There's just so much. It's actually like an Android phone or an iPhone. There's windows that are open. You can keep going back. You know, you've got maps. You can search, set it up, search. I hadn't set anything up yet. But CarPlay. So that's going to do it for the video. The fit and finish of the Linkswell in the Mustang dash is absolutely unreal. I mean, it looks like it just rolled off the showroom floor with that unit inside. So Unimi Auto, you really hooked me up on this one. I sure appreciate it. Give the guys a shout out. Like I said, links below, check them out. Meanwhile, I'm gonna add a boot logo. I'm gonna add Living with 3M when the thing boots up. It's pretty cool. Let's get to it. I'll talk to you later. See you in the next one.